Hello, everybody. Okay, I hope you can hear us fine. We are here today to discuss how to create a secure cloud security approach. Maybe I will allow myself to remove the mask. So apparently, it seems that we have a small issue with the slides. We cannot switch them back and forward. So, okay, I guess someone will do it for us. So we will discuss the cloud adoption and how to create a secure approach to adopt the cloud. In terms of cloud adoption in Luxembourg, I would say we have a conservative approach. This is certainly related to a strong regulation, but of course needs time to perform study and to adjust their requirements, but maybe also to the good old habits to learn from experience from our neighbor, like Belgium, Germany, or France. We can see Luxembourg market is clearly adopting the cloud right now, especially considering the global crisis associated to the COVID situation. And we can see a clear trend associated to this crisis for an acceleration of the cloud adoption. Associated to this cloud adoption, a lot of clients demonstrate security concerns. And for a lot of them, they think that multi-factor authentication is the silver bullet to address the point. But is it really enough to secure your cloud? Today we are going to discuss how to build a complete and secure approach to onboard securely on a cloud. And as 15 minutes is quite a short time to address this topic, we will try to provide you with some resources to help you in your success. So you will find in every bottom of the slide a link in order to go deeper in each topic. If we can go to next slide, please. So multi-factor authentication, let's come back a bit on it. Of course, this is a good starting point in order to secure your cloud. It's even, I would say, in most cases, a mandatory one. Although if we dig a little bit into it, we can see that MFA is far from protect, it's far to be the silver bullet that will protect your cloud architecture. There is plenty of realistic and proven way to attack and compromise your MFA. Like, for example, real-time phishing, channel hijacking, network session hijacking, and even in most cases, you will keep some legacy protocol that does not support MFA and that are still required in your architectures. On top of that, do not forget that at the end, MFA, in most of the time, will end with a session token, a cookie or an NTLM or a Kerberos token. And most of MFA attacks will be based on this principle in order to hack the token itself. If you're not completely convinced, I invite you to go deeper in the analysis by reading the Great RSA Conference of 2019 that provide you 12 techniques and good explanation on how to hack MFA. Let's go a little bit deeper into it. So before subscribing to a cloud, if we can go to next slide, please. So before subscribing to a cloud, the first thing to do is to understand the shared responsibility model of your provider. You need to have a complete knowledge and understanding of which point are provider responsibilities and which point are yours. When this is done, you need to start to work with your business and you need to assess the value of the data you will store in the cloud architecture. And here, a few simple questions that may help in this point. What happens if you lose your data? What happens if they are compromised or even worse, tampered? What will be the reputational or regulated damage for your entity? What cost for the company? Will you still be able to work without those data? And of course, if you're regulated, do I need to inform the regulator? And did this information will take the form of a simple notification letter or a complete file? Based on this understanding, you will define your risk appetite with your management. Something between, am I a cloud Rambo, going to war with only a knife? Or am I a cloud survivalist in a bunker with years of threat in front of me and a bombage button? Finally, you will define your risk cases and you will map all of them with a realistic and pragmatic controls, considering your domain of responsibility or shared responsibility. And in this matter, we can have some examples. For example, let's imagine that your provider give you an HSM key management system. You need to ask yourself, Are you using the provider HSM key, encryption key, or will you bring your own key? It's the same for multi-factor authentication. Most of the provider will provide you with a multi-factor authentication solution. And you need to ask yourself if this solution will cover your risk or if you need another one. If we can go to next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thanks. And to help you to define this control plan, you can use the Cloud Security Alliance that will provide you a full cloud control matrix with a complete set of 130 controls. This control list results from the aggregation of a lot of standards like NIST, PCI, ISO 27001, but also a lot of others. And all the control are bind with the existing standards. So if you do work based on this framework, and if you comply with part of the CCM control plan, you will already have performed a useful work for any of those standards. And if you decide to go for one of them later on the way, you will be able to reuse the work performed with CCM. Of course, when you perform the review with the CCM control matrix, no need for you to ask yourself if you need the full compliance with every control in the list. Your control should be selected based on the risk assessment performed earlier and based on your risk appetite. And the aim of the exercise we lose the slide. Okay, so we can go to next one, please. Once you've done all this, you're unfortunately not over, but you can start with implementation, which is already good. This is not over because we invite you to challenge your control plan. To do so, you can use some simple techniques. You can perform incident review with incidents from your peers. You can find some useful publication that the CSA provide on a yearly basis and that perform a review of the top 10 incidents of last year. And doing the exercise right now, we can already come out with some generic takeovers. In 8 of the 9 incident review last year, data breaches and misconfiguration were involved, meaning that whatever the control plan you will set up, if you do not address the risk of misconfiguration, and you have a fair chance at the end to fail and to have a security incident. CSA analysis review also the control that should have been implemented to mitigate the risk associated to those incidents. From the complete list of control, there is 2 main categories that are relevant to circumvent the risk. The first one is identity and access management. Of course, you need to comply and to identify who will get connected to your architecture. And the second one is security incident management. Both of them are the most relevant mitigation in 2020 reports. I'm sure at this point, a lot of you are thinking that their incident response plan does not receive any adaptation following their cloud subscription. And you should do it, because the analysis shows us that including planning for an attack fallout and executing on the plan are mandatory points to successfully deal with the incident. So take a step back and a bit of time and review your incident response plans, test it once a year or at least once in a while with a realistic scenario simulation. In the review exercise, you can also include the new malware that comes out. For example, beginning of this week, we saw the Jupyter malware coming out, and that gave all the session cookies from the browsers and send those to attackers. You need to ask yourself, is this method put me at risk? Did this method put at risk my authentication? And you need to review and implement new control if needed. Do not forget also to exercise the right to audit your cloud provider. Some of them allow it, and this way you will be able to assess their security level and challenge their area of expertise. Now I will give the end to Laurent that will present you with a solution to circumvent those risks.
Hello. Following this inventory of fixtures, we are going to propose some elements responding to this problem. This list, of course, not exhaustive, and the evolution of cloud technology will obviously improve it and make it more in line with everyone's expectation. At first necessity is to know the user and to qualify them. To make themselves know, they must introduce themselves and justify this person. It is at this point that the technology known as multi-authentication factor into play. This technology takes into account two elements among them. Who are you, like biometrics? What do you have, phone, token, for example? What do you know, like a password? Static passwords are to be avoided where the environment requires a high degree of security. Depending on the case and the use, the user connection media will to satisfy a degree of compliance. For this, an endpoint compliance check will be applied according to the various methods that will allow to the user to connect. Implementing the MFA helps against harmful data breach, which are usually caused by weak and stolen credentials. An additional step introduces the ability to manage on-screen encryption key. This practice is known as bring new key and requires the implementation of a technology called hardware security module. The generation, destruction, and quality of the key is therefore managed by the owner and these services, often a company. This party requires the use of this key through APIs. You can also use more advanced technology like bring your own encryption or further key management associated with encryption management. In order to ensure the link between the data in the cloud and the user, the implementation of a cloud access security broker becomes a necessity. The CASB will be deployed between the on-premises infrastructure and the cloud services. Through CASB, the company has extended its security policy in the cloud. The CASB includes the following services: application firewall to identify malware and prevent it from entering the corporate network, authentication to check user credentials and ensure that they have only access to appropriate company resources, web application firewall to thwart malware designed to breach security at the application level rather than the network level. And finally, data loss prevention. Data loss prevention to ensure that the user cannot transmit sensitive information outside the enterprise. CASB analyzes application and user in order to apply the appropriate security policy like filtering and encryption. Other functionality are available in the IAS and PAS parts such as single sign-on that allow an employee to enter the credential and access a number of applications, encryption that enable encryption of information from its creation until in the rest of the cloud, compliance reporting tools that help ensure the corporate security system comply with the corporate policy and government regulation. And finally, user behavior analysis that identify aberrant behavior that indicate a data attack or breach. Regardless of security area, backup are always a necessity and a need. In order to be resilient, it's mandatory to have a backup strategy. Depending on the scenario, in the use in the cloud, the following elements occur: virtual machine, SQL workload, SAP workload, file. A few essential points need to be covered: application consistency, security backup storage, encrypt data with its rules, periodic, double keys. Finally, it's very important to validate that the backup are operational through testing. You could change the slide, please. As indicated in the first slide, many problems result more a lack of procedure and configuration review than from the design. The cloud provider is secure by design, and it's an area of full responsibility. Friendly advice: don't take this for granted and apply a zero trust model. The control need to be executed on the following risk case: server exposed publicly on the internet, encrypted data storage, lack of less privilege policy, poor password policy or missing MFA, misconfiguring backup and restore settings, and data exposure and privilege escalation. In order to overcome this inconsistency, cloud actor provides solutions to carry out rigorous infrastructure. This tool can automatically detect risks and provide improved report containing the outcome, how to remedy and validate the change and be made. Finally, a real test penetration can make this automatically tool to simulate real attack as opposed to generalist tool. Another important aspect is the complex management of cloud environment and their visibility. The arrival of containers, the dynamic and the flexibility of this environment improve a new and more important rigor in the past. In large infrastructure, provide containerization technology make inventory access tracking really challenging. A final aspect to consider is the hidden charge is with easy to grow infrastructure. Everything is done to help you to build and extend your infrastructure, but everything comes with a price. As for premises architecture, it's required to gain visibility on inside suites To do so, Security Operating Center is recommended to discover business case risk concretization through a custom security monitoring adapted to your risk. Secure monitoring is today offered by most of the cloud providers, but never with a contextualized monitoring of customer risk. To draw a conclusion, we can say that the cloud security takes the same component of a premise security, but add more challenging through a complex architecture in addition of new risk cases like lock-in. There's also multiple forms and usage of cloud services, and each of them can different risks. Lack of knowledge and experience are two catalysts to increase the risk exposure. Although they can be mitigated through a better preparatory work and by following good guidance all along the project. Luxembourg keeps its cautious approach. Although if we look at the Gartner Hype site, we can see that cloud solution include now a lot of security features that doesn't even exist or most on the premises architecture. Going to the cloud is probably a real opportunity to implement security control without the burden from your historical architecture, create something with security in mind from the beginning.